Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Ferris Does Whatevs. Today, I just thought I would do something different. I've been wanting to play Opus Magnum for a long time, and I keep keeping myself away from it because I have a feeling this is going to be really addictive for me, for what it's worth. I've never played this before. In fact, I just bought it, and I opened it, and I made it windowed, and that's all I did. So this is completely new to me. And we're probably gonna bumble around in it a bit, but I have a feeling this is the kind of thing that's really gonna make my brain work in the way that it does, whether I want it to or not. So I think this will be pretty fun. And a couple things. First of all, sorry about being so crap at outputting videos. I have everything on YouTube, but I need to like tag it, need to do descriptions and everything, and I'm so lazy about doing that these days, especially with Tursot coming up. I've only committed to doing a DJ set and some music stuff, but I'm really going hard at that, and I'm really enjoying that. So a lot of my time's going to that lately. And also at work, I've been working extra hard. We've got some deadlines coming up and stuff, and that's really exciting. Things are going well, but it's taking a lot of energy out of me. So today, just wanted to play a video game, and this is definitely the one because I've heard so many good things about it in the last 2 years that it's been out. Like I said, I intentionally kept myself away from it, even though all the people, especially the computer architecture people that I follow on Twitter, were going nuts about it, and I just knew this would be something I would like. Newson, how's it going? That's good to hear, actually. A bit less time consuming than other ones. That's ideally what I want. I played TS 100, and man, that leaderboard made me nuts. And I played Shenzhen IO a little bit too. Thought it was pretty cool. And I haven't watched any of this about this game. I just have seen people talking about it, and I know it's going to be something that I like, but I've never played this. Artemis, how's it going? Hey, Caustic, SKTS, good to see you. So yeah, I mean, you might as well just dive in. Like I said, all I did was I opened this, and then I accidentally clicked this, which is this journal, and it told me that this is, yeah, it's advanced research or whatever. So I guess this is probably more puzzles or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that for now. And I only opened that because I was looking for the settings. So literally never opened this before. Brand new. And maybe this is something I stream more, probably maybe a couple times, but we'll see. Anyway. Reading the rules seems like a good idea. Access is restricted to graduate level alchemical engineering students and faculty only. So I guess that's the this is the universe. By the way, I'm actually gonna make things a little darker in here. No, it looked way better with the light, didn't it? It doesn't matter. That's good enough. Let's see. Keep your student alchemist permit and sigil with you at all times while in the lab. No food or drink is permitted in the lab. By the way, I'm actually gonna BRB and get a drink. All right, we're back. Let's see. Good to know, Nusan. Good to know. All I know is that this is a lot of scheduling, a lot of parallel processes. That's all I know. And apparently, an alchemy theme. Let me adjust some windows here so I can see the chat better. That helps a bit. Yeah, do not sit or lean on transmutation engines or their related components. I guess those are the things I'm building. Keep area clean for everyone else. That means you, Anateus? That's probably me. And I got a lesson. I'm amazed you put off learning how to use the transmutation engine this long. I know, like 2 years, right? It's concentrating on... Okay, so that is me. I am Anateus. Vaya. By the way, I don't really care about the story. Just so you know. So... reagents. The input materials. Is that what these are? This is a product. Okay, so it looks like I'm just supposed to move these into here, right? That's how I'm doing. Build all the products. Press play button below to start the engine. Okay, this is my single step, isn't it? Okay. Okay, this is the instructions, right? Okay. Did it. Man, I'm a genius. Okay. Not available. Good. Cute. Okay, so that's it for that one, right? Okay. Arms. I guess those are little arm things in there. Let's get it. All right, place an arm below, setting the rotation length so that the gripper is over the reagent, then add instructions to the instruction tray below to make it pick up the reagent. Okay, so it said place an arm. So do I make an arm like this? Is that what I'm doing? Or do I, or it's up here. Like this, and then I can drag this. Okay, so that's what it want me to do. Then I add instructions to make it pick up the reagent and move it to the product output. I guess these are the products. And this is raw salt. So this is probably going to do what it does. Here we see grab. Oh, we got hotkeys for this. This is going to be nice. Rotate. Okay, and I see it can only rotate 60 degrees, so 1/6. So if I need to rotate more, I probably need more, which I guess is what this is trying to show me. So we have F and A, and then I click. Okay, that's how I do it. How do I delete this? Let's see X here. Where's that Z? Okay, so like A, Z, get rid of it. Okay, so let's see. All I really have here is grab and drop. So my thing's not over this, so I have to rotate first, right? So if I rotate 3 of these, that'll give me a full rotation, and then I will do a grab, and then I will rotate 3 again. Oh, it looks like I also have control over the different rotation angles. In this case, it's not going to matter, I guess. Unless somehow it conflicts with this arm, which I guess we'll see. Actually, no, it's far enough away that that won't happen anyway, so that should be fine. And then what's my drop one? Let's release. Okay. Let's run that. What up? Easy enough. Elemental proxies, they're called. I just want to get the notation right in my head. Pivots. Okay, so I have to turn the thing. So there's some directionality to some of this. Oh, I see now. Because this is like 2 units here. So I need to rotate and rotate that. So I guess that's what Q and E are. These are the pivots. Rotate and pivot, that's the terms here. So I need to grab. Oh, it actually gives me this. Right, and that demonstrated the issue already. So I have to add a new one. Oh, because this already does it. This is the example one. Okay. So I have to add this already. And then I guess I'm going to do basically the same thing. So I'm going to, first of all, drag this because this needs to be 2 because this will be up that way. So I'm going to rotate first. Is that 1, 2, and then I'll be able to grab it. Then I need to rotate more, 2 more, and then I need to pivot. And since I'm grabbing that, I need to pivot to the right, I think 1, maybe 2, probably 2 if I'm gonna have to pivot twice for that. Actually, I think I'm only gonna have to pivot once, so we're gonna get rid of that. And then we drop. We release, sorry. So I'll step through one of these. Bang. Okay, so this was kind of fun. You can see it's grabbing here. Because I didn't tell it to rotate a bunch again before it repeated. So I'm guessing. See, I did this. But I want to keep editing now. Open. Because I think I can do this better already. By rotating just back twice. So actually... Oh, you know, maybe I can't. Because I basically at least have to rotate all the way around anyway in order for these 2 rotates to do the right thing in the beginning. But I can work with that if I do another rotate here. A 2/6. Do I need a third one? I think I do. And that's just gonna optimize. Oh no, no, no. I need the release here. There we go. Let's do it. Oh, and these become idle cycles, don't they? Ooh, that's not good. But this happens faster now. But now this is idle. But I still think that probably makes the overall thing smaller. This one says 51 cycles. I actually want to see. I want to compare these. See, already this stuff just gets me going. This is what I knew would be dangerous here. All right, so the other solution I had, it was rotate twice and then grab, which is F. And then I had 1, 2, 1, and then we need 2 pivots, or 1 pivot, I think, and then release. So now this one's able to continue working, as this one has some dummy cycles over here. So I suspect overall this is slower. Area is gonna be the same. And I'm totally right, 51 versus 60 cycles. Same cost, same area. I'm already having fun. It's probably bad that I thought to optimize that already. Did I mention I write assembler for a living? piston arm. Okay, so this is... I wonder if I'm still able to pivot, but this will at least extend and retract. All right. Yes, so what do I have to do here? I have to put in this piston arm. It looks a little different, I guess is the point. And I can probably start it here. So we need to have it going over here. Can I actually rotate this initially? Oh, now I want to go back to the other one. Because I might be able to optimize it. I'm going to do that. I know this is stupid, but this is what we're going to do. I didn't realize you could rotate these already. So the advantage there is I could do this. I don't actually know, because I think I can make the whole cycle shorter, or at least remove those dead cycles in the beginning. So that's probably all that this will actually benefit from. That's great, Nusan. Appreciate it. Definitely the right approach. Rotate that, and then we needed a pivot, and then it was a release. And then we're going to only rotate twice. Oh, no, let's rotate once. Oh, this is definitely the best, because now we're perfectly, the periods of these two are the same. So now we're down to 29 cycles. What up? I like this, you guys. This is not good. Okay, so this one's gonna go in here already, and it probably has these instructions to tell me. Actually, which is which? Oh, they're labeled here. 1, 2, 3. Good. Can I remove these? Only the ones I made. Okay. Might be useful later. I have not at all considered this cost parameter. That might be interesting. Also, what is this? Ghost atoms? Reference diagram. Right, because later we'll be combining stuff probably, and that's what this, I'm guessing that's what this is. Cool. Okay, but anyway. So here I'm gonna grab, and then I guess I need it to go here. And so to do that, we need 2 left rotations, and we need, is this retract? Yeah. And that should be 1 away, and I think that's it. And then we're gonna release. Where's my release? Oh, there's a reset instruction too. That's what it says. It's making me use that. That's why, okay. That's good to know. Oh, I see. The reset just saves me time because it's still gonna take this many cycles, I bet, is what that is. Right, instruction errors must be fixed. These are scheduling errors. Guys, I like this. You're absolutely right, Nusan. And that's what's really gonna get me going is the leaderboard. I'm so competitive with this kind of crap. I bet that just works. Cool. I doubt I'm missing something here though, but it's a tutorial, so we'll just leave that one. They cost more. See, they're talking about the cost. I'm kind of a dick in this dialogue. That is... That's the me inside my head that I don't allow people to see in real life. But in this game, I'm just letting it all out. Oh, I should have actually read that probably. Because now we have tracks. Okay, so I guess that's what these plus and minus ones do. Is they move it on the track in a positive or negative direction for that track. Okay. So how do we make the tracks? Is that what this is? Okay, we drag it like, oh, okay. Whoops. Whoops. I don't know how to get rid of that. Because I don't think this is going to be the solution. Look at that cost go way up. How do I get rid of this? Do I just drag it back? Okay. Oh, this is not a great UI for this. Especially because I did this under the helper thing. That's funny. Oh, I can move the whole track. Okay, do not love this part of the UI. I mean, I don't know how I'd do it better, but do not love that. Okay, so I guess this. I don't know if I actually need this much track either. I guess that's a matter of cost. Because in this case, because I guess here it wouldn't matter. In fact, for cost, I should just not have this. It costs 20 for this kind of arm and 5 for the track. I mean, I know it wants me to use the track, but it's cheaper if I don't, right? So I don't think it's going to be any faster. You know? We can check, by the way. Like this, for example, this seems really wasteful to go around this. But we'll see. I'm actually going to try it without the track. We're going to see what happens. Rotate, rotate. Extend. Extend. Drop. Oops, drop. And then reset. Oops, I forgot to grab, didn't I? Can I like multi-select? Yes, I can. That's nice. Okay, here, grab. Oh, I did the move, didn't I? Where I meant to do extend. Oh, it doesn't give me the extend instructions in this one, does it? Okay, then I have to do the track. That's fine. I'm thinking too far ahead, aren't I? That's okay. This is the kind of game that encourages that, isn't it? Ooh, do I need to be? Okay, I should be here then. I should be fine. I'm gonna do 2 of these bad boys. I'm not really wasting any time because these other ones have long cycles anyway, so we'll get there. And I'm forced to have this kind of cost. Unless... Is this 5G per position? Oh no, I have to do 3 here or here. Yeah, screw this. Delete that one. Yeah, delete it. Good. Keep it multiple on a track. That makes sense. Okay, transmutation. I guess this is the combining stuff. Glyphs. A glyph of calcification on the board and move it to the element you want to calcify over it. I don't like my character in this game. I don't think people should be that impatient. Even if I can relate. A piston arm and a glyph of calcification turn the reagent, which is the fire atom, into the product salt, and move it. So I guess that's what this one's going to show me down here. Glyph of calcification. So you just have to move it over. That's it. It didn't take any more cycles or anything. So if I were to do it like this, is there some way that I can place this nicely. Such that it's natural to rotate over that. Okay, I would actually love to move these messages. That's not gonna work very well, is it? Why does it highlight this position? Do I have to put it there? I don't want to put it there. I mean, this is fine for now, but let's grab it, and then we'll go ahead and rotate, and we'll extend, and then rotate, and then reset, I think is what we need. Nope, I need another rotation here. Right. Look at all that wasted time. Yeah, you just have to move it over. Doesn't seem to be any delays or anything. So that's good to know, I guess. Okay, so I guess there might be different kinds of glyphs. I'm a little curious about this one. It's just not, either I'm not seeing it or it's just not laid out in a way that I could make it go over the glyph the way I wanted to. I don't know, we could try something here though. So right, because that needs to be over one of those, for example, like this. Is that any better? Again, I think there's just not a good way to make this line up supernaturally, but at least something like this should be fairly minimal. And then we're gonna rotate once, right? That's what we want, isn't it? Nope. That was super wrong. What did I do wrong? We grab it? Oh, I did pivot, not rotate. That's better, right? Yeah, that's way better. Ha! Nice. One more area, but I don't know, maybe worth it. Cool. Happy enough about that. These are just tutorials after all. The glyph of bonding. Okay, this must put these two things together. I see. What did that one do to release? Oh, that one released while this one turned. That's how that worked. And that had to reset. Okay. Okay. So this wants me to do this. Let's put these little arms this way. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna have each of these grab. And then 3 is going to rotate left. 4 is going to rotate right, and then at that point, that part will already be done. And then we're gonna make 3 Actually, we're gonna make this one release while 3 rotates again. And then I think we need to pivot here. E, and then we can restart. Restart can happen here on this one. That should be fine. Nice. Yeah, not gonna try and make that one better. Okay, so now area, parts, trays, and instruction tray can all be panned by right-clicking anywhere within the item and dragging the mouse. Scroll can vertically scroll through the parts instruction trays, I think. Did I already do that? Okay, that's what they mean. And I can move some of this. Oh, that's what they meant by panning like that. That's actually kind of nice. Okay. I would have preferred middle mouse wheel for that, but that's fine. What's this V thing here? Repeat instruction. Cool. What is this one? Period override. When starting, all instruction sequences are automatically padded so they're the same period as the longest instruction sequence in the chain, which ensures all arms are kept in sync. Okay. If you can be useful if the solutions are repeating too quickly, causing other conflicts. Okay. I will place the products and the reagents on my own. Cool. Okay, so I guess I need to... This is the product. And I need 2 reagents, right? Looks like I just have water. Transmutes any of the 4 cardinal elements into neutral salt. That's what I need. The equilibrium does nothing but remain where it is placed. Some alchemists use it as a convenient marker. Okay, so what is this like? A comment? Okay, that's the panning. Let's delete that. Let's see. Multi-bonding, don't need that. Unbonding, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's just go for the simple solution here. That seems like a good idea. I actually need a couple of these, don't I? Because we need to do something like this. Actually, one of these needs to become salt first. Maybe. Let's try something here. This is gonna be water. I'm thinking we can maybe schedule nicely here. One of these needs to go through, pass over the salt thing. This one, what's it called again? The calcification. So if this, so 2 could do this, 2 cycles. Whereas this one has to be, I don't know if it has to be in phase like this, but it's probably sensible if it is. So what I'm thinking is let's just schedule 2 on its own. Can I reorder these now? Okay, maybe not. Oh, I can actually. It was reordering these. Okay, that's what I want. So let's schedule 1 first. Let's have it grab, and then we'll have it rotate twice. At that point, it needs to rotate once, and then pivot once, and then it can restart. The other arm can just grab, and then 2 rotates left, and then release it needs to do. That's it. Oh, I did not do a reset on this. Here's the leaderboards. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So very few people made this cheaper. Oh, and you know what? These guys right here, Decept 404 and Necronos, these are my old colleagues, and they are going to get their asses kicked. just so they know. Oh, that's great. Oh, same with Christian. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so this is like the basic solution. Okay, so we can minimize area. So this is what I like to do in like, what was it? Shenzhen, is I like to have different solutions for all these, of course. So we're going to make this the cost solution. And we're going to continue editing. And in fact, actually, can I name these? I can rename these. Which is good. It's going to be cost. And we only have 50G versus 60. That's the only difference here. So, I mean, what could have made this cheaper? There's this fixed length arm, which is 20, and we're already using that one. But I do see it's an arm with 2 grippers, which is 30 rather than 20. So is it possible that we can make that do the work for us? For example, let's just get rid of a bunch of stuff. What if we had a 2-arm gripper job here? Okay, this is kind of cool because it looks like it will do kind of both at once. Oh yeah, but then we can't make this align. Okay. No, this is bad. This is a bad idea. Well, actually, we only care about cost, don't we? So if I can make this work, it doesn't matter if we're just optimizing for cost. So this might be the one, actually. So if I grab, does it grab on both? I'm assuming it would. I wonder if releasing like this is going to be an issue. I mean, let's just try it. There's also this one, which is 30. Oh, these cost the same. That's good to know, because then we don't need to rotate as far, which might help. I don't know. These tracks are relatively cheap too. If we just did 1 arm and ran it on a track, that might be cheaper, right? Because they could be 20 plus what? 5? Yeah, it's 5 for each of these. So for this to cost the same as this, it would be that and 1 arm. Which we may need to do. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. It's like the scheduling. Oh, and do these cost? No, they don't. Okay. Because we could just use the same one. You know what? Do we even need to do that? Because we could just do 1 arm, can't we? And just have it grab. Because it only needs to do this around sort of one side. And do these need to be in phase? In that case, I could get it down to 40. And let's try this. Let's see if we can make this work. So I'm gonna grab, and then I'm gonna rotate, and then I'm gonna release, and then I'm going to rotate. No, actually no. I'm gonna rotate the other way. I'm gonna grab again. Then I'm gonna rotate. And then reset, which should, no, because then I need to move it still. Which is fine. I can do another rotate. Maybe I need to extend before I do that. I'm gonna, because that's gonna be the same anyway. So if I extend, I can do that. Extend, rotate, and pivot. I had these wrong. Right, because it puts it on there, grabs another one. That. This arm cannot extend or retract. Oh, because I need the extend one. There we go. That's how it gets you. Okay, so the difference is going to be 20 again, and then back up at 50, which is, I think, what I was at before. I was at 60, so I could do it in 50. 50 I could do easy. Because if I just replace this arm with a retractable one, actually, can I do this? Can I do this and then copy all these and get rid of it that way? Yeah, that's nice. Whoops. Oh, this, if that just extends, we don't need to do either of these. We can just do reset, can't we? Whoops. Should go there, and this is going to be an extend, right? I think this is now 60 again. Did I have that wrong? Did I think that was going to be 50? Okay. Let's see how many cycles this is. Then maybe that's a basis for that. That's way higher. Area's lower, though. We did better in area. So that's okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn to main menu. We're going to copy this. This one we're going to rename to area. We're going to come back to it. This is fun. Because I know we can do better, because both these guys did. So let's keep working on cost. And this one, so there's no way this arm's going to be the right solution. Now I can move this, so I don't necessarily have to clump it together like this at all. But I definitely need one of these, and I definitely need an arm. So I really would like to do it such that it's just one arm. And I can do it like this, can't I? I think I can make this work. So if I do this, and then I rotate once, and then I drop, and then actually I can just clear, and then that'll move me back, and then I can grab again, and I can rotate 3 times, and I can then rotate left 1. And then I should be grabbing this by the salt, which is a funny way to put that. And then I can rotate 3 times and restart, I think. Ah, you can't have them collide. Okay. It told me that earlier, didn't it? Okay, but that's fine. Because then we just need to reorder some stuff. Because then I can do this one first and then do that one. That's fine. Yeah, thanks, Molliv. Okay, so then this will be easy, because then I can just rotate a few times in the beginning here. Oh, I have to move those by hand, don't I? That's fine. Okay, so we need to rotate 3 times after we grab. And then we need to rotate left 1. And then we'll restart. And then we'll grab. And then we'll rotate. And at that point, this will be attached. And then we'll have it by the water one, and then we just rotate, restart. And I think that's it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I don't think that's an issue, because we do this one, and then we do the other one, and then we can just rotate 3 times to the left instead, unless this becomes an issue, which I suspect it might actually. So let's try that. And I suspect we get an issue here. I did not schedule that correctly. Barring the fact that completely didn't work. Didn't do what I expected either. I really want to take advantage of these symmetries here. Do I need to bond it before I change it? I don't think I do, actually, because I think I saw that earlier. And that becomes interesting, because then what I could do is I could grab this, rotate it twice to put it on there, and then reset. Which will bring it back here, and then I'll grab again. And then I will rotate once to do that, and then they'll be bonded already. And then if I rotate again, it will transform that, but then it'll transform the next one if I rotate again, won't it? I bet it will. And that's not gonna work. Yeah, because it transforms both, and then I can't deposit it here. Okay. This is fun, you guys. Let's see. So, as far as I understand, the only way to get them together is to go through this. And so I at least want to have it such that I've got this kind of setup. And by that I mean I need to be able to reach both of these with this one arm, however that ends up working. And ideally, you know, these didn't cost, did they? Maybe there's a solution in that. Problem here is I can only reach these. Not a lot I can do there. But then I don't need to reach all of them. I could do this to bring this over here. Then go back and do this. This might be it. This might be a working configuration. Start over here. So if I grab and then rotate right and then not reset, just delete all these. So I grab and then I rotate right, and then I can rotate left 3 times. And then I'll reset. And then from there I'll just grab and rotate. Then these will bond and I'll have the right ones. And then I can rotate and then pivot and then be done. I think that's it. Oh no, because I can't go back over that. Okay, that's fine, because I can do this, can't I? The only issue here is that we have to deposit this with the right orientation. And if we grab this the way I'm thinking, well, we can just grab and we can release and then grab this. Well, again, the only thing that matters here is cost. Okay, so that's fine. We'll do that. This might be really convoluted, but I don't care, because we're only optimizing for cost here. So if I'll go ahead and grab that, and then we'll rotate left a couple times. Actually, we'll rotate left 3 times, and then we'll deposit that salty boy. No, wait. The salt has to go here so that we can swing around for the other one. So it's deposit then. And then we reset, and then we're gonna grab, and then we're gonna rotate right. Hey, Trey guy. Deposit the salt, and then we'll reset, and then we're gonna grab this 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna rotate left, pivot right, done. Oops. I pivoted the wrong way, didn't I? I gotta do it twice. Great. Exactly, Trey guy. That's exactly what's happening here. And I got the cost down to 40G, which I guess is the goal. Did area go down too? No, because I had the area at like 7 before. Didn't I? Now the cost is 40, and I'm above my friends, so that's good enough. That's all that matters. You know what I should actually do? I should actually make a GIF for this one. I know that I don't need to. It would just be really nice to let them know that I'm playing this game. Now we'll wait for a more complicated one to show off to them about. All right, let's go to the menu. So that was cost. We're done with that. And there's area, which you can see here. It says NA. Is that because I didn't run it? Because this did work before, didn't it? Colomos. Oh, I'm sure you guys can beat or tie this stuff. I'm sure you guys can, no problem. All right, so these guys have got it down to 7 rather than 9. So my question is, what determines the area? Is it the amount of space in which you swing the arm around? Because like I can totally do this kind of setup again and just like make the arm extend a bunch, and that's going to cut down on my area a lot. Unless the effective how much I move this around counts to my area. I don't know. Let's just do some measurements of the area and not care about anything else. In fact, I'll just get rid of all this. So let's just do this. Just extend the arm a bunch and see if that affects my area. Did it? 8, 9, yes. So that totally does. And I wonder, so if I extend a bunch and then swing, 15, 17, that did a lot. Whereas if I just swing, it's down to 7. And I bet these subsequent swings will not be. Yeah, it actually doesn't take more area, probably because I'm just going over these elements here. That's interesting. So they had this area down to 7. That's actually crazy. Do something like this. So this is the area 7. Was this enough, or did I determine this wasn't good enough? I'm just gonna try this because 1, 2, 3, 4. After I need to grab. Yeah, don't spoil it, you guys. Area counts the hexes that the atoms travel over too. Interesting. I don't think I'll use an extra tile with this rotating, because I won't go over any of these that aren't already there, that I'm not already going over, because this won't increase my area, because these tiles are already taken. Right? So I think this is the way to do it. Let's find out. And I'm gonna reset and see if that goes the way I expect it to go. And it did, and it doesn't increase my area. Oh, you mean after I make the atom and I do that, then it's gonna touch another one, isn't it? That's probably what you guys mean. Yeah, that's a good point. What if it were like this? Well, then I'd still go over it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this one. So is there, do I just do this then? And then I have 7. And then I think I can do everything I need to, because I can swing this around here, then come back and deposit it here. And then I can rotate over me. Can I do that? It's worth a shot, right? So this will rotate 1, 2, 3 times. And then we're gonna rotate back and reset. So this is gonna create the salt there, which is what I want. And then at this point, I want to grab it again, rotate 1, and then I should have the atom. Will I even be able to deposit it the right way here? Because I can always move this part, you know? So if I have that there, or, I mean, anywhere really, as long as I don't cause conflicts, which is why I had it here in the first place, isn't it? Yeah, this is fun. So I grabbed it there. Can I rotate and then there's no way to do this without like swinging all the way out here. You can put it on there. Well, maybe that's a solution. That I grab it by the salt and then rotate, move it up here, and then rotate it in place. Let's try that. So I had this here, and then it went over here, deposited that, and then rotate right, and then I have the complete atom. And then I can release. That's what I was gonna do. Rotate right, then I want to grab. Yeah, don't tell me, guys. I appreciate the collective problem solving when I'm coding, which I guess is what this is too, but I really want to figure this out. And then, yeah, so what did I do there? I let go of it so that I can rotate and grab it again. And then if I can... Can I pivot left when I do that? That was my big question, wasn't it? No, I can't. That's the thing I was worried about. And I can't just pivot that either. I could pivot this though, couldn't I? But can I rotate these? I can rotate those. That changes everything. Yeah, that's the solution. That is 100% the solution. It's this, because then we can go around here to make the salt, go around here to make the atom, and then just rotate into place. That's gonna work. And I do not care if this is using too many cycles for this, because that is not what we're optimizing for. So that's gonna make the salts, and then 1, 2, 3, and I let it go. And then we're gonna grab, we're gonna rotate 1 to the right, and then we have the whole atom, and then it's rotate, rotate, and we're done. That's the one. Now the area is down to 7. Okay. There it is. Yeah, I totally didn't realize I could rotate the products. But that makes sense that I can. Okay, so now I'm top of my friends in cost. I'm top of my friends in area. Now we gotta do cycles. We'll just do a totally new one. Oops, I wanted to rename that. This is fun. Okay. So again, here's the product. Now I'm guessing. I wonder if there's some fun stuff like this. No idea. So we also need one of these calcification units. Is that the way I should put it? And we need to bond them, don't we? 3 bonds at once. That's fine. Yeah, do it, Olive. I do plan to 100% each puzzle before going to the next. There's definitely a limit to, in my experience with these games, there's definitely a limit to how much that's actually effective, because you tend to learn stuff later that you can come back and do. But at least when it seems like I'm that close to my friends, then I'm curious. That's cool, Vipersy. I'm glad you enjoy it nonetheless. Let's see. So what I'm thinking. This won't work. This is bad. I can rotate those two. I can rotate all these, can't I? Very useful. This, of course. So what I'm worried about with this kind of arm is that they all have to grab and release at once. You know, and I could use multiple arms too, because I don't care about cost, actually. So actually, it's not really a. I should just use these and just make it happen the best I can, right? So if I did something like this. So let's say this one, that this would be really fast. But that's going to be useless unless I can balance that here, because this needs to do 1, 2, and then however many cycles that takes to get back. I don't think I can make this any faster. But if I can balance that with then moving this into place, then we're in business. So let's go ahead and reorder this, because I like the left to right. So this will grab, and then rotate, and then reset. Right? And then this one, you know, and it may be too that if we do something like this, because that rotate into place, not only was it small in area, but it was also fast. And so I'm hoping to like try and take advantage of that, because it doesn't matter how these go in as long as they do. So this actually rotates left. Then we have this setup here. And if I can get this arm to grab the solution like that, and just rotate into place. I'm gonna have that, and then So I can't just rotate that due to where these arms are, but if I can, again, move this somewhere, then I could rotate something like this. I'm making a mess here, but this is fine. Because this will allow me to just rotate into place. And then I just need to make the salt one into this upper part. And I can do that like this. Like that. That's going to be 6 cycles. Now, this just collided, didn't it? Oh, that's because of this. That's fine. So, how many cycles was this before it released? 1, 2, 3. That's fine because this one will take... I have to balance this. This grabs, rotates, rotates, and then rotates, reset. I don't like how long this takes to reset. Let's just see how many cycles we end up with. So now we're at 45, but my friend's got to 15. That's awesome, you guys. That's so cool. Oh, this is great. Okay, so here's the main issue here, is that we're in balance. So how many of these do I have to produce? 6? So we could do some simple math here. 6 times 8 is 48. Is that how many cycles I had? I had 45, which is about that, because there's probably some cycles at the end, because I had 48 minus the 3 here, so I think that's how we get 45. Whereas I had 15, so it's going to be, so 6 times 3 is 18, so if I can build it in 3 cycles, things start to get interesting. And then that, again, might have 3 at the end, so... And I think also here, like, it's probably possible to pipeline. So for example, this does this and then resets, but if we can get this other arm working while that's resetting, like even if this was like this, but somehow worked out to be scheduled better. Do not give me hints. If you heard what I said, I was on that track anyway. I'm about to close the chat. So yeah, that was not the solution, but I think that's kind of the idea here. I mean, again, we can have many arms doing this stuff. So if we just have one here, let's just do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we can have another one that, if it were scheduled correctly, could also do 1, 2, 1, 2 out of here. And that would rotate our solution. So then the only other missing piece is this, which, as long as we pipelined it correctly, would work out. So we could also have multiple things feeding into this, actually. Well, we only have one reagent, but maybe there's something interesting. So this is kind of what I'm thinking here, is that, so if one just did grab, move, reset, 2 could do the same. Like this. And that's kind of nice. So then we just need to feed this part of the pipeline that quickly. And the only way to do that is this, I think. Because then we can put a reagent here. We can put the calcifier here. And as long as this was grabbing and rotating, oops. Every cycle. Did I do pivots again? Is that what I did? What happened here? Yeah, I did. I did do the pivots again. Move in 2 directions at once. Okay. So it didn't like that I was putting something onto here probably because I didn't release it. That's kind of an issue, isn't it? Because I need that release to happen sort of in this kind of phase. I don't think this is correct, but okay. So it is possible to do something like that. I like this part. I like this bottom part because that's very good, except the only problem with the bottom part is that it's still, you have these resets. So if I'm going to do it in 3 cycles, I can't have these. But I also like that this one, see if this didn't reset, if it were able to release a different way, then we might be onto something. We don't need these 6 arms either. It just kind of made sense because you're always grabbing and depositing. I just wish you could do different things with the arms, but I guess that's why you have multiple arms. So another thing here is if, again, this were one of these, then it could always do this. And actually, if this other one was a release, then there's our cycle of 3. Right, and so maybe all the arms need that, because then they don't have to reset. So then, can these go over each other like that? Yes, they can. Interesting. So then, let's say this one, we're doing exactly the same thing. No, because they need to be out of phase, which is fine because we do that, right? Now let's schedule this a little better here. No, because that doesn't work there. Woof. Let's see here. So this is the only reagents and the only products we can have. That's important. Still liked this, by the way. But this, I think, works with these two. This would be fine so long as this were being... Hey, this is interesting. That this won't pop up if you don't give it a chance to. See what I mean? And then these can't conflict because there's already something here. That's good to know. Not useful in this particular machine, but good to know. So then, as long as we had something feeding this in the right phase that took 3 cycles, then we've got a solution. So what if it's this? What if it's grab and then move? It's like this. That's not it because we need to move the other way too. That could be a reset though. Clear and then this like this, but then if these were this way, that reset takes 2 cycles, which is stupid. Also, this has to be fed before this, so there's some issues there. All this determines the latency, and these have to be with this kind of relationship so that they can, this can actually feed this the right way. You know, the other thing this arm could do, because it needs to grab, move, release. And this could just do this, can't it? And then each one grab, move, release. Is that it? No, because they grab at the same time. That's the issue there. Or something like this. No, it's not that way. Because the rotate needs to happen when the other one releases. So now we're at 22, but they got it to 15. So we can still do better here. And I think that's due to the way the machine starts up. It's kind of ineffective here because this cycle it can't. I guess that is pretty good. Because 2, we do want this one to start this way. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so our latency still is 3 cycles here. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then release is 3. So we can't. I feel like we can't make this part better because it always needs to do grab, rotate, release. So then the only issue is, again, can we do this part any better? I think I'm just arriving at the same solution now. It's the same thing, isn't it? Except I rotated the other way. Maybe there's something to that. Definitely, that was not it. Because I did the wrong one, didn't I? I hate my friends. Can I bond and then transform? Does that work? Or do things have to be compatible to bond? Whoops. I just totally messed up the phase of all this by moving this. Which is actually fine. You know, I'll just do this while I'm working on it. Nope. Oh wait, what was the error there? Okay, it's that they couldn't move. Not that they could be bounded. Or not that they couldn't be bounded, rather. How did I do this before? fix this phase issue. Is it that? Was it that? I think it was that. To line these up. I don't remember. That seems like you just put it in the wrong place. So that does work. From here, bind, and then we can do this. Still 22. This will be, again, 1, 2. Again, the nice part about this one, like this setup, is that this path is optimal. This goes to this, goes to this. That I really like if I'm going to reorder these again. Essentially what number 1 does here on its own is optimal. This is kind of the same thing, except I think then we have one more cycle of latency here, because there's another rotate that needs to happen before it goes in here. And then that fixes it, I think, to make it work. So then this rotates onto here, and then we can do the transformation that way. As long as we can feed this pipe enough. Then we have grab, rotate, rotate, rotate. So it's 4 cycles of latency. But if we had perfect pipelining, so if we were producing one of these every cycle, that would only be 6 cycles plus 4 cycles latency on either end. And 7 plus 6 is... That's where I get hung up on the mental math. Then it's 13. And so if there's 2 cycles to feed the beast, then we're at 15 cycles, which probably makes sense. So that way this is always, every cycle this is producing something. And there's, again, 4 cycles latency. And actually, I don't think we pay the cycles at the end either, because... 2, 3. Also, this isn't producing something every cycle, by the way. I just realized. And the reason is because all of this has to release. Basically, we still have these grab cycles. Is it possible to just do each of these as little stages? We just do a little pipeline here. Let's just say we made this as simple as possible. I guess that's why I wanted to do this, was to saturate that. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. Let's say this just did grab, move, move. Maybe these ones are good for that. And then it's like grab, move, rotate. Do we need the release? I still really like this idea, even if it's not good. You know, the other thing too is that this could be, is it this would do that? And rotating around gets in there. An advantage there is that this could be here. this making any sense at all? Probably not. I don't think this is correct. We can grab while we're still grabbing, right? No, we couldn't grab that. Okay, I lost track of what I was doing, and all I wanted to do is make the individual stages. So if one stage only moves stuff into here, which again can be done nicely with this little... How did I have it before? That's the wrong one, by the way. I need this one. This rotational construct, like this. Then we have one arm that could just do that. So if this did grab, rotate, reset, that's the problem, because then we're already up to 4 cycles. Whereas I want this thing to have perfect throughput, and for that it's this, right? Grab, rotate, and then release. That's that 3rd cycle. So that's how we feed the solution. And in fact, if we do this, then we should still have perfect throughput for this part. With 6 cycles of latency. But the thing is, this is being fed every cycle, and that's what the important part is. And so if we do the same thing here, except we need to make sure the grab and release are different cycles, I think. Then this just needs to feed this. This needs to feed this one. This needs to feed this one. And then I think this is just a matter of scheduling these differently. It's just gonna be a little finicky because I don't quite get this yet. Now it's 24, now it's worse. So I think we're onto a couple things here. I think the fact that once this pipe gets going, it is like its throughput is optimal because, or is it actually? Isn't that 3 cycles for throughput? Maybe that's where I'm going wrong in my head. Because 24 divided by 6 items that we produced is 4 cycles per item. Of course, that ignores the latency here. this before. Doesn't really matter. So it sucked anyway. So let's rethink this again. Probably in a bit of a rut here. I don't care, I'm having fun. And that's what that rotational thing looks like. I mean, it's probably possible to reduce some of this latency. Because again, if we don't need to use those hex arms as long as we have one that's sort of doing this kind of thing. So this would do like a grab and then a rotate and then release. Or I guess a reset. I guess, and that's 4 cycles. That's the issue there. So I think this can't have a better throughput than 3 cycles, and the way we achieve that is again with these hexagon arms. And this grab, rotate, release. I don't think we can do better than that. Clearly there's something I'm missing because I haven't solved this, but that seems to be the case. And anything slower than this becomes the bottleneck. And when I had it set up, it's basically like this, but rotated. When I had it set up like this, then we've increased the latency, but we still maintain that 3 cycle throughput, which is ideally what we want. I wonder if I can do this. Does that help at all? Like moved, and then bonded. I may have to come back to this one. But I'm enjoying this. Hey, Ralph. So again, just looking at this part of the pipe, we have to take one of these. We have to put it over one of these. We have to bring it here and we have to drop it. All right, so this is going to be grab, move, release. So there's a 4 cycle bottleneck right there. The only way we can get rid of that is if we get rid of this one. And we had that with something like this. As long as this could be moved into the pipe. Or it was something like this. But this had to be like something else had to rotate this. I know I'm pretty stuck on using these hexagons, but it seems to make a lot of sense to me. Rotate once, and then it's over here, and then rotate again. That's here, actually. I think I just have a rotation of the same thing I had before. But this feels optimal to me because grab, rotate, release. There's 3 cycles. So is there a way to beat that kind of throughput just by using the arms, because they also have to grab something like grab, extend, release. Always. And if they did grab, extend, release, move back, that's 4 cycles. And that becomes a bottleneck. So the whole thing would have to be like perfectly pipelined. Because that's the throughput, not the latency either. Whereas these are guaranteed to have that 3 cycle throughput. So I'm still thinking that some kind of combination like this is how it's going to be. Because here we add latency, but we still get the same throughput. And the only way to get maximum efficiency through any pipe is to cut down on the max. Is to make the slowest stage faster. And if all the stages were 3, I think we could do this. Maybe there's more complicated scheduling here that we need to take advantage of. Oh yeah, I forgot to place the... well, this wasn't it. Oh yeah, I made 2 the one that does the solution here. No, I just did this wrong. What was I thinking here? No idea. Okay, let's put this back to something somewhat reasonable. That rotates that, and that's how we get that, and then this one comes back, does that. And that's the later stage of the pipe, and this is the earlier one. This game feels really good, by the way. At least it's responsive and everything, which really means a lot in a game like this. You know, this is equivalent, isn't it? Grab, rotate, release, grab, rotate, release. And I get the same conflict there because the grab happens at the same time. I think it was this that solves that. Except, pretty sure I did it on the wrong arm. So here's the issue here, or at least an issue. Oops, I need to do this. 2 cycles here. It's really hard to conceptualize which one, where this phase has to change. But yeah, this one ends up making the salt, or whatever it was. I think it's actually that. 22, so I've matched my best. Man, these guys are lower. So once this is fed, grab, rotate, release, grab, rotate, release. Is there anything that could get us better throughput than that? Because it might just be a simple issue of things are out of phase. And I need to do very careful scheduling of this. That's not my gut feeling, though. My gut feeling is that I'm missing something. I can produce this stuff faster, but there's only one product. That's the other thing that's annoying, because then the fastest that we can feed this is sort of one of these cycles at a time. So we have to release. But it's possible to do something like this, isn't it? Where we... Because oh, you know what? This is probably it. It's possible to feed multiple things into here. And in that case, because we can have multiple ones of these, yeah, that's probably the issue here. So then we need to do something like this. It's kind of weird right to left. I'm actually going to fix that. Because this would allow us to cheat that 3-cycle limit here. That's kind of the thing. That's what I was doing. I was making this left to right. Because we already figured out how to cheat this limit here. And the way we did that, this would be rotating. I don't think these... Did I do this correctly? This will rotate into that. Will it? No, that's wrong. Do something like that, but we actually want this, something like this instead. It's something like this. One here and one here. Does this need to be this way? It does. Because then I think we can get... Did I end up with exactly what I had before? I totally did, didn't I? That's funny. But that's fine. I'm gonna do this. So again, to feed one of these... Well, we have the same issue, don't we? The only way we could feed this directly into here. So I liked the idea where we had these being bonded early, and then this would come in and do this. Is it that? These come around and then they grab this, which puts it there, and then this, which puts it in. Yeah, that's what it is. I like that solution a lot. And we only have 2 of these reagents, so we can't feed this any faster, I think. Oh, we have a problem. We have a big problem. How do we feed the other sides of these? That's an issue. That's a big issue, actually. If this were this, then this could potentially feed this and rotate it at the same time. All right, let's make one of these work and prove that we can. So I think this is the same thing, except I need these to rotate the other way. No, that's not it. Thanks, Mullen, will do. No, because when this rotates, this wasn't oriented correctly. Okay, I think let's keep trying to get a mechanism like this working. I don't think this is the solution because first of all, this would need to rotate like this actually. That's something I had wrong there. This is just gonna put a bunch of salt in there. Because we've lost this path. Which before I was using both reagents to feed. But not now. What if? I've been doing this for almost 2 hours, haven't I? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I still really liked when I had this kind of solution. Then I had to do it one more kind of like this, didn't I? But the issue here is I still need to feed this one. I mean, that was still somewhat nice when I had something like this, because that's the issue, is I wanted to do two of those in parallel, but then how do I feed this whole machine with only two of these reagents? That was the issue there. Again, if I did this, a 2 would, you know, and I haven't tried, by the way, these repeat instructions. I don't know what the repeat does still. I don't really know how that works yet. We'll figure that one out. You know, there is another way to feed this, isn't there? Instead of using these, because I could use as many arms on tracks, for example, as I want. And I can make these loop, can't I? Because then, if I have something like this, I'm not paying. This might be a bit silly, but we'll try it. Would this give me the same kind of throughput? Oops, that was wrong. That's not what I meant. So I'm wondering, let's see what I'm thinking here. What am I thinking? Who knows? I do need these to bond, don't I? If I had... This is just the same thing. The only difference is this part, which was the same as what I had before when it was this. So maybe this kind of feeding can do something nice. Isn't this the same thing though? Maybe I just had to move it in the right space to get this to make sense. This is stupid. Oh man. Wait, this is dumb too, because this would be the same as this. And I'm back to where I started, more or less. But it is slightly different, and maybe that helps. Maybe that helps. One needs to go the other way. I did not do the bonding one. I did the splitting one. Right, and that's because 2. Let's be like that, I think. Nope. I mean, this would be the same if I did that, I guess. Which is, I know this is not the solution. Puts me at the same place. Because it's basically the same mechanism. I'm just thinking, like, conceptually, I'm really struggling to figure out how to do better than this. So I know this one would have to start first if we just consider the latency. And I'm wondering if that's the key here. How did that one become the one? Oh, probably because this one's letting go and this one's grabbing. Which would be this, I guess. Doesn't help at all, does it? I don't think it does. $16, nice. Yeah, you've got me beat. We're aiming for, let's see. Aiming for 15. Nice, there you are. Cool. Do not give me any hints. I'm gonna figure this out. And well done. I've probably been on the wrong track this whole time. What if I just did this a bunch of times? That idles? Yeah, that sucks. I was wondering if this makes it easier to conceptualize the scheduling. Because it was these two rotating it at once that was the issue there. So, is there another order that this can happen in that makes this schedule better? Because essentially, if I had... Let's just do it this way. If we only focus on this part and assume that this part's getting fed correctly, then what's the best I could do here? Just literally counting the cycles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this were perfect. Well, that's still 18. For all the 6, so it has to be better than that. Let's just try a completely different approach and ignore how fast I think it's gonna be, just to try something else. What if we did something like this? What if we did this, and we fed this into here? Something like this. Even if we did a no op here. Let's just see what happens if I do this. How can I move things down a pipe? I could grab, can't I? That's something I haven't really done. Just grabbing that way. That might be clever, actually, if we can do this kind of motion here. You know, the other thing we can do is we can do a lot of these arms. They're all moving on a track. Because the track, I guess this is kind of the key with one of these. The track can move several at once. And I could just build a machine that only is for this. So this had a bunch of arms on it that didn't need to rotate or retract. They could just grab, and then the whole thing moves, and then they all release. 15, nice. Isn't that what you had before? Oh no, you got, okay, nice. So if I have something like this, it doesn't really matter what kind of arms I use. You could have 2 tracks here too, if that helps. And then, because then we could have one feeding this pipe and the other feeding this pipe. That's probably cool. So let's just make one of these work. And then we get both things feeding here. Which is nice. And we can just schedule everything such that this works. This needs one more stage then, unless I rotate these. Then this ends here. So let's say one grabs, and then I have to move that, which should be fine. That's G. In the yeah, everything is positive here. And then, because I can just do this. And then feed in. So if I did this with 6 arms, again, we don't care about cost. Then how long does this one take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cycles for that one. This might be it. So like, let's make one work. So grab, increment, and then it does that again. Grab, move. Is the release going to cause issues? It probably is. But let's see. Or I wonder what happens here. So I was thinking that, right? And then what happens if we try to move this one at the same time? Does that cause conflicts? Yes, it does, which is what I was hoping would not happen. Because basically then we need like a delay here. Let's say 2 did this. That's fine, because we can just do this. Now let's play with this. Okay, we need to schedule that so 3 happens a little bit before. So 3 needs to grab, move, release, right? What happened here? Okay, I see what happened there. It's because 1 grabbed too early. Isn't it? No, it's because 3 grabbed again. That's what it was. That's funny. So let's just say this moved a bunch. Did 3 not move just now? Oh, it couldn't move. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, so this might be a good approach. So in the meantime, as this is happening, what's 4 doing? Does that work? 4 didn't grab. Why did 4 not grab? Because it needs to move before it grabs, right? Nope. 3's grabbing this, so it can't move then. So this needs to move. Let's be like this. Is this gonna work? Okay, what happened here? What was late? The other side of the pipe was late, which would be 1 in this case. So we can ignore 2. Nice. Okay, so if 2 did basically the same thing. Man, it's not hot. What did 1 fail to do here? 2 again. It gets hard to reason about what's happening here, even though these are simple pipelines. So 3, grabbed, move, move. And so the issue is just that these were moving while this is grabbing. This one is moving while this one... Right, this couldn't move that soon. This is the same delay here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Right, and then 1 stopped moving, which is fine, because we can just dump a bunch of these. So does this give us the throughput we're looking for? I don't know. Let's make 5. Do the same stuff as 1 and 2. Let's just copy all this. I might totally be on the wrong track here, but we'll try it. Just see what happens. It's probably dumb the way I'm adding all these, but that's fine. In fact, let's do a bunch more just for funsies. And then that's 5 now. Which one's that? Oh, that's that one. Is that correct, the way that fed through? That seemed to be okay. But now 4, 5, and 6, is that the one? Let's put this up here just to order that nice. We'll do 7 and we'll do 8. Let's just see if we get good throughput with this approach. And if we do, then we're onto something. And let's do the same with 7. Then, whoops, I did this wrong again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let's just set it up here. And this is what 8 was supposed to do. And then in this case, we'll do this then. How many did I make? 4 out of 6? Oh, this is funny, guys. Alright, why don't I just do it this way? This is so bad. But if it works, it's fun, right? I just need 2 more per lane here. 9 and 10 that I did. Yeah, we'll try it. Been a long time since I wrote code like this, you guys. And it's still fun. Yep. Optimize. Because that matters. It's 2 cycles here. And you know, we can already see if this is gonna just be shitty. No, how did they collide? Oh no, what a mess to debug this. It's here. The mess is here, I think. What was the goal again? Oh, I'm at 16. I'm 1 off. I like this approach, though. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if they collide at the end. I mean, really, I just don't need these big tails for a lot of these. In fact, I think I can cut all these off Is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. In fact, yeah, this is the last release, so I think that's all I need to do. How far do they get? Oh yeah, they're still executing because they restart. It's kind of dumb. Can I not do that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. How can I make this one cycle faster? That's so dumb. Where's my one cycle, you guys? So do I need to explicitly release this one? To be number 6, so this is actually 12 should be the end, right? No, because these upper ones move first. That probably would have been smart to reorder. A bit late for that now. Okay. So yeah, so this one here, number 6, is the last. This one's gonna carry it home. Is it possible? The 12 releases so that 6 can continue? Would that help if 12 just went all the way? Because then it wouldn't release, it would just keep moving. But it would still move. What's 6 doing here? So when 12 releases, it's on here. Either I'm onto something or I'm gonna break everything. Everything breaks at the end. It's a long stream now, but I'm so close. Don't give me hints. Don't give me hints. Hey, Pyro. This game, for me, it's about optimization. All right, if we just consider number 6's path, I mean, the nice thing with this is that we have the cycle count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's right there. So that's why. But again, how can I release here? So I'm looking at this 12 again because that's the last one in the chain. So 6 grabs, moves, then has to move one more before it releases. Is it this that's causing the issue here? Because if these were all one to the left, Would something like this help at all? No, because I still have to move the same amount of spaces. Think I got that right? Yeah, don't tell me. I might have to go, by the way. But I'll keep at it for another few minutes. Let's see. Oh, I bet I am. If it were something stupid like this. That's probably it. I don't think that's it on it. Oh, it might be. No, that's the same, isn't it? That's prettier. Would that allow me to release it any sooner? I guess is my question now, because I think before I release it here. Oh, I moved all this back though, didn't I? Because I had that before. Yeah, this is prettier, so I'm gonna keep that, but. In fact, actually, if I'm able to do this, which I don't think I am. Oh, I am. Okay, that's it. Okay, I did it. Hey, Jono. I'm so sorry about the timing, because I'm about to go. But I did it. All right. This is not a bad first time playing this game. I'm pretty happy about this. I need to think a little bit about how this was actually better. It definitely was. And I guess it's here, because instead of when I had the rotating thing, it was always grab, rotate, release, and so you have this 3-cycle stage of the pipeline that was always 3 cycles. The best throughput you get out of it was 3 cycles. But this one, it's this stage really that kind of makes it where it's still grab, it's actually grab, move, release. But it's actually just move, release. That's 2 cycles. Because you're always feeding that move, release pipe. I think that's why this ends up being faster. Because then it's 2 cycles times 6 would be 12. And then we have 3 additional cycles to get started, which I think is what I figured out in my head before I started. And you can see that I think this grab and move and this grab are the 3 cycles that start it. And I think that works out. So yeah, for the last cycle, it was totally the position because one of them had to move further. You're absolutely right. And that translated to 1 more cycle of startup time, I think. Whereas here, we could do that earlier because it didn't have to go as far. But yeah, I think breaking this down in terms of throughput and latency, which is the ones that I want to think about this, like, or the way I want to think about this. It was this last stage, which is moving from here to here, becomes 2 cycles. And then there's just a 3-cycle latency in the beginning. So I think that was the key, or the key to reasoning about this, which is what I'm interested in as well. And I'm gonna be a dick here. Do this. Although I think this one can be one shorter. It can be, can't it? That's great. And it fits. Okay. So now I'm the top of my friends. Appreciate the challenge, Molly. That was fun. And I am gonna go. This is a great way to end. This is fun. All right, thanks guys for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.